What's up, everybody, and welcome to Badurday Reviews. Today we're looking at the 1988 Demon Alien Bigfoot mashup, Demonwarp, directed by Emmett Alston and quote-unquote starring George Kennedy, a fake Kurt Russell, and more foot shots than a Quentin Tarantino marathon. The tale begins with an object falling from outer space down to Earth and demonstrates how to save a bundle on your special effects budget. A nearby preacher witnesses the crash and believes it's the Lord come back to Earth.
It's the second coming. It's the Lord come down to Earth.
At this point, you're probably thinking, I thought this was a Bigfoot movie. Well, we'll get to that. We cut to present-day 1988 in a cabin where George Kennedy is playing Trivial Pursuit with his daughter. She remarks about his slovenly appearance, but he's got answers for all of it.
Dad, don't you know you have a button missing?
That's all right. I got 4 more.
While looking for the sewing kit to fix his busted shirt, Bigfoot makes his first appearance. We're only 5 minutes into this thing, and already we're off to the races. George is defeated by some balsa wood and is unable to help as his daughter's dragged off into the woods. We then cut to even presenter day 1988, where our group of heroes is driving through the woods, giving each other some heavy exposition.
Hey, don't you guys know where we are, huh? This is Demonwood. Animals stay away in droves.
Doesn't Uncle Clem own a big stretch of these woods?
Yeah, you know, this is where those people were attacked. They were on vacation, too.
The fake Kurt Russell guy is Jack, ostensibly the hero of our film. The kids start unloading their car and seem completely unconcerned that the cabin is a complete wreck.
Don't bother looking for the key. There's no door.
Some vandals must have hit this place, some kids or something.
George Kennedy shows back up to warn the kids about the monster in the area, but the situation escalates quickly. After some more exposition about who these people are and why they're here...
Yeah, this is Jack's property.
You own this place?
It's my uncle's, Clement Bergman.
Clem is your uncle? My name is Crafton, Bill Crafton. I rented this place from Clem a couple of months ago.
Bill goes into his harbinger shtick and warns the kids to leave. After ignoring Bill's warning, Jack informs his friends that his uncle went missing, and they're really here to find out what happened to him.
So you're here with all your artillery and all of us and all Tom's gear to find your uncle?
Yeah.
Between Bill's warnings and his uncle's disappearance, nobody's even slightly alarmed that maybe this is a bad idea. After the usual B-movie sex and hijinks, Fred is dragged off by Bigfoot.
I'm not kidding you guys. It's something...
And the others find the truck totaled.
This truck's fucked up.
Now fully alerted to the danger they're in, they run back inside and do the most laughable job of closing and locking the door I've ever seen. It goes about as well as you'd imagine. Bigfoot breaks into the house and tosses the kids around, killing one of them. Jack hesitates to shoot Bigfoot for some reason, and he gets away with their toaster. Jack, Carrie, and Cindy decide to hike back to town to get help. The movie then takes a quick break to cut to a beer commercial, already in progress.
Oh, I love this song. Me
We're introduced to a hiker in the woods taking photos and 2 girls who are coming to harvest weed, but it's already been taken. Don't worry, these guys are only here so Bigfoot can kill them. Since the weed is already gone, Betsy decides to make the best of a bad situation.
Now what are you doing?
Well, we came all this way. Might as well get a tan, right?
After creeping on the girls for a bit, Bigfoot makes his move.
Hey, while you're up, get me another beer, huh?
No, we're out of beer, and I'm not up.
Betsy gets away, so Bigfoot focuses on the hiker, who makes a run for it. After bumping into a zombie and deeming it less of a threat than Bigfoot, the hiker stumbles into Bigfoot's den and is gruesomely murdered. Jack and the gang meet back up with Bill, who informs them he's here to capture and kill Bigfoot. He's laid traps all around the woods and wears that dog-ugly hat to make himself an easy target. Bill has some special surprises set up for Bigfoot, but unfortunately he's not falling for it. Betsy arrives at Bill's camp, and we're deprived of what would have been the funniest moment yet.
Not that way! Not that way! Come around!
While going to get a first aid kit for Betsy, Bigfoot reveals his mastery of stealth and attacks the camp. Bill leads the monster away, but gets killed for his efforts. Jack comes to and goes off to find his friends. He comes across Cindy, who's got a little something in her eye.
What are you doing? I've been chasing you after every mountainside there is.
Cindy then does the weirdest zombie walk I've ever seen into a cave, and Jack follows her in. Inside, Jack is confronted by Bigfoot, so he shoots it with his gun, and this time that just kills the thing. Don't know why it didn't work before. As Bigfoot lies dying, his body transforms into Jack's uncle. Dun dun dun! Jack goes deeper into the cave to find a bunch of zombies all working tech support. Jack finds Fred still alive in the cave, who informs him there's a priest here who wants to sacrifice Carrie and Betsy. Before he can confront the priest, Jack is stopped by Tom, who monologues at him a bit, but Jack does his best Kurt Russell imitation.
I've been waiting. It's rude to keep people waiting, Jack. You know, today I was thinking to myself, and I says, now why did he bring me along on this crazy trip anyway, huh? Just for a laugh. You see, Jack, you made it. You're living. Me, I'm dead. I'm fucked. But you know one thing? I feel beautiful, man, you know? I love you.
Then just shoots the guy. The zombies sort of attack, and Jack fights them off, but he's quickly subdued. We then cut to the priest, who cuts out Betsy's heart for, well, this guy. I really hope that's a tail. Jack and Fred wake up and are taken into the sacrifice room, where Carrie is now on the table. The priest explains that Asdeath here has finally gotten his car fixed and is ready to fly back to outer space. Jack breaks free from the zombies and sacrifices the priest. Asdeath attacks Fred with his hopefully tail, but since he's basically immobile, Jack just headshots him. So much for being a god. Jack plans to blow the spaceship up with Bill's dynamite, but before they can make their escape, Fred reveals he's turning into a Bigfoot.
Let's go.
Come on, Fred.
Said it? Now leave me here.
Come on, no,
Fred, let's go. Critic. Rebels, we don't have time.
Jack and Carrie run out of the cave while Fred guards the dynamite, and the ship goes up in a big explosion. Smash cut to Jack bolting up in bed. Carrie tries to comfort him, but they're surrounded by zombies.
We'll go to the beach. What do you think? We've been talking about it for a long time now. I think it's about time we get back to our lives, you know?
then Carrie's a zombie. Then Jack bolts upright in bed again. It was all a dream. Or was it? Who the hell cares? Roll credits. Demonwarp may be a confusing mess, but you can certainly never accuse it of being unambitious. There are 2 full-on Bigfoot attacks in the first third of the film, the second third is filled with kills, tits, and gore, and the final act of the film is so off the rails insane that you'll never be bored watching this one. The Bigfoot costume is fairly well done, which is good since it gets a fair bit of screen time, and while the acting from the kids isn't anything to write home about, at least you've got George Kennedy in there keeping things interesting. The movie throws so many zany ideas at the wall to see what sticks that you and a group of bad movie-loving friends will have a great time with this one. Demonwarp had me fully entertained from beginning to end with plenty of hearty laughs all throughout, which is why I'm giving it my Badurday rating of Watch with Friends. Well, that's all the time we have this Badurday. If you like the review, give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button to see more. If you have a movie you'd like to see reviewed here, let me know about it down in the comments.
Come on, you woolly bastard! Come on!